Hey, I'm Dan Shaheen. Got some comic book news. 2 genuine breaking comic book news stories happening right now. Bleeding Cool broke both of these today, and I'm going to say it again. I don't always like what Rich Johnston and Bleeding Cool writes in their stories, but there is no more timely source of comic book news. So let's go to the story, and let's start with, well, the first story was pretty exciting when Diamond announced that they will return to distribution in May. This was like an optimistic news story to start the day with. Okay, I'm just going to read the story. The following letter was sent by Diamond Comic distributors to retailers and publishers today. It lays out plans for Diamond Comics to return to distribution of new comic books to comic book stores where shops are open to take in new stock.
Daddy,
Yes, Jelly Bean?
this was outside.
Oh, thank you, Jelly Bean. Say hi to America, Jelly Bean.
Hi.
Okay, now go back to Mama, please.
But why are you talking?
I'm talking to everybody. I'm talking about comic books, Jelly Bean. Did you know that Diamond Comics had stopped distributing comics to the entire country? You know how Daddy likes on Wednesdays to go get his comics? Well, there haven't been any for the last few weeks. But the company that sends them all out is called Diamond, and they announced that they're going to bring comic books back in May, right? So they sent out this letter, and they said, although we are not yet on the other side, we are tracking COVID-19 developments daily and starting to see signs of the spread slowing in certain areas. Like you, we are thinking about and planning for when and how we will restart the shipping of new weekly product. We have been closely watching the news, listening to our retailer and publisher partners, and considering the many points of view as we decide as an industry how to proceed. So this is great. You know, they announced that they're going to restart, and the weekly FOC process is going to continue, and they're going to get back to putting products in stores. Product that was originally scheduled for release on April 1st and 8th will be distributed over a longer period, allowing publishers to work with printers to deliver new product without further interruption. Retailers will be able to adjust order quantities for those products, making sure that they are receiving quantities that make sense for the current situation in their stores. Okay, so while we look forward to the resumption of weekly new product, we know that many retailers continue to take advantage of restocks of backlist products via Diamond's Retailer Services website. We encourage them, make sure your comic book locator service is up to date, et cetera, et cetera. So, right, Diamond wants to get things rolling again nationwide for all shops. Meanwhile, same day, DC Comics announced they will distribute print comics for sale on Tuesday, April 28th. What, the week before Diamond's going to resume? How so? They're doing it by breaking their exclusive deal with Diamond and going to a multi-distributor model again for different regions of the country, though. Not, you know, you don't have a choice of distributors. It depends on your region. So, firstly, they state that orders placed with Diamond distributors for sale in April have been canceled, and stores will need to resubmit orders for DC's upcoming titles, and they have rearranged the schedule, right? Here's the new schedule. It shows the first one's coming out the first week, the Tuesday, April 28th, right? Here we go. Batman coming out, Nightwing, and the classic stuff. Let's get back going.
Dad, this is on, Daddy. This is on.
You're right. But how's it going to happen? They've broken up into 2 different distributors. One for, I guess, the Western regions, perhaps, or I don't know how it's broken up, and one for Southern and Eastern regions. I haven't seen geographically how these are distributed. My mind doesn't quite work that way when I look at a list of state names. Yes, honey.
I'm going to turn off those lights.
Nah, leave them on for right now. We're gonna be done with this stream really soon, Jelly Bean, because that's all the news that I've got. This is breaking news in the comic book world. Just heard this stuff today. Super exciting. Super big changes in store for the industry when all this stuff comes to an end. Hey, speaking of super big changes, I was recently on a somewhat controversial live stream and involving notorious controversial figure, Ethan Van Sciver. He has agreed to come on the show and and answer some questions and have a conversation with some of the retail panel people that we've had on the show before. I think it's going to be an awesome opportunity to have an actual like civil conversation about some of the most controversial and like splitting issues in the comic book world. I hope you will join us for that conversation. It's going to be this Tuesday, hopefully around 4 p.m. Pacific time, and there will be more info on that as available. Thanks for watching Comic Book News. We'll see you next time.
Dad. Ugh. Daddy. Daddy.